Hey, you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here. So guess who's back again? It's Merrick. He's back, and he's moved places over on Sharkbait Cove. But I think Merrick is a little broken, as he's not really saying anything new at all. Just spouting what he says in the Legends hideout, so I think Rare zigged when they should have zagged here and accidentally muted Merrick for the time being. We've actually got to the point now where we're getting lore-edged, and he's just stood awkwardly staring at one of the shark head statues here. How do I know this? Well, because it's right here in front of you for a start. But, you know, how did I come to this revelation that he'd moved? He left a journal in his original location, and he left some rather important information. Shrouded in mystery, Merrick suspects that megalodons, much like the elusive shrouded ghost, may possess the uncanny ability to traverse between the Sea of the Damned and the Sea of Thieves at will. This, he theorizes, is the reason sightings have been so scarce, making the colossal creatures increasingly difficult for him to track down. Or they're just not patched in yet. Either way, Merrick is trying to unlock the secrets of these megalodons. And dagnabbit, I still think my theory from many moons ago would have been much better than all of this megalodon stuff. I am dying on this hill. So before The Hungering Deep was released, I theorized that there was no megalodons. But instead, Merrick was a story weaver, the kind of guy that sits in bars and says things like, "Those drones in the sky be aliens, come to take our children, they have I." And because people were getting tired of all his stories, he created a name for himself that he did not like, and was outcast. Because of this, he span a new story about an ancient beast terrorizing the seas, but it was in fact him terrorizing the seas in a sort of Nautilus-style submarine that people were mistaking for a sea beast. I mean, listen to how he talks here and how sinister his face becomes and the musical score when he says, "I know different."
Most would tell you that these are just stories, but I know difference.
And don't tell me this would have been impossible in this time period. He's literally talking about a four-eyed prehistoric beast that teleports from two different worlds. In my opinion, that would have been a much better narrative than what we currently have. But anyway, here we are, talking about different flavored megalodons. So it looks like there may be more than one megalodon coming our way in the future. We have speculated that perhaps Redmore could turn up thanks to the wafflings of Captain Morrow, but now Merrick mentions there may be others. Now back to my favorite form of media in Sea of Thieves, cave paintings. It was said that the ancients would offer tribute and sacrifices to the megalodons so they could sail the oceans free from harm. And Sharkbait Cove has cave paintings that show just that. Ancients offering fish to a blue megalodon, but more importantly, a red megalodon. But it's not a fish they're offering this beast, but their own kind. And yes, I realize this looks more like a fish than a megalodon, but these are cave paintings from ancient people. They didn't know it was a shark, it was just a big fish to them. Now, although cave paintings in Sea of Thieves aren't like the ones in reality, they don't have an extensive history behind them that can be followed like a cookie crumb trail, but it's become obvious now that time after time, the developers have used the cave paintings in Sea of Thieves in their narrative to explain certain elements. Whether they always intended it to be that way, or have tried to mold the story to fit around the cave paintings, nobody knows. It's the last one. But a plain example is Discovery Ridge, literally telling the story present in the Pirate's Life Tall Tales, centering around the once ancient king who turned himself into a merman, and countless other narratives such as some of the tangents present within the adventures. And now they're focusing Sharkbait Cove. So it would make sense that they'll eventually mold the narrative to fit the structures and cave paintings at Sharkbait Cove. So a friendlier shark happy to eat an offering of fish, a more deadly shark with a broader appetite that would only be satisfied with a taste of human flesh, and then, well, then there's this guy, a black shark that appears to be almost worshipped, surrounded by urns and the remains of humans, and what appears to be an aura surrounding it. Perhaps a friendly megalodon, perhaps the mother of megalodons, or perhaps one so terrifying that the ancients believed only sacrificial worship would sate its hunger. The island also has extensive paintings of other sea life dotted around, which could also indicate it's not just megalodons that will be appearing on the waves. I think we're going to see things elaborate a lot more in the next few weeks on this island, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if we actually see something new show up that will lead us down another rabbit hole. And no, not rabbits. Well, maybe. Anyway, go take a look for yourself and post your theories down in the comments below. But before I go, a shout out to my sponsor.
Apex Gaming PCs. Gaming, gaming, gaming. 1 million hertz, 4 million frames per second, 100 million flop stands and stuff. Everything you need for your PC needs. Desktops, laptops, cloud gaming with holiday discounts, monthly discounts, weekly discounts. There is no better place than Apex Gaming PCs for all your PC needs.
Links below.